Claressa Shields addresses Alycia Baumgardner in MVP Promotions for claiming she's banned from boxing.
Hey y'all, I'm going to start this live off and keep it very, very simple. Very, very simple. That damn paid campaign that MVP put on talking about that I'm banned. I am not banned from boxing. I am not banned from boxing. I am not banned from boxing. Let's get that out the way. I'm going to say that throughout the whole damn thing. Throughout this whole live. I am not banned from boxing. They banned me from coming to MVP events. For those who don't know what MVP events are, MVP is a promotional company. Shall I name the number of people? Should I name the number of promotions that exist in the world? MVP does not run boxing. So let's wrap that shit up. I'm not banned from boxing. Actually, I have a huge fight announcement coming soon. So we're going to start with that. Yes, and I am boxing. I'm definitely women's boxing for sure. Now, I'm not going to get into too much of the situation that happened since folks on the press charges, whatever the case may be. But I will say this. Both of MVP and Baumgardner's statements were lies. That is defamation of character. For those who saw the video of Baumgardner threatening me, telling me I'll beat your ass right now, B.I. That is so therefore you saying everything that happened was completely unprovoked, that's a lie. We all know that MVP's statement is always going to be to paint me out to be a bad person, to have bad character, to come after, to assassinate my character. We know that MVP does that. MVP tries to trigger me every chance they get, tries to pick at me. I mean, they literally came out the gate. When MVP first came out the gate, announcing that they were a promotion, they came out the gate calling Amanda Serrano the real GOAT. And all through the comment section on that post, all you seen was, the GOAT is Claressa Shields. The GOAT is Claressa Shields. I had to literally send them paperwork and tell them, stop using GOAT. That is trademarked, it's owned, it's mine, it's me. They thought that they were just going to come out the gate and just take my whole identity and push the little black girl from Flint to the side. And didn't know that my brand was strong. My brand was strong, my fans were loud, and they couldn't come over and take over women's boxing and do nothing. So now that we're speaking on that, how they came out the gate just disrespecting me, I never really liked the whole MVP thing, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was like, whatever, because the GOAT gonna keep doing what the GOAT do. And Salida Promotions has always backed me, always given me a big platform. And I have traveled the world, girls down, 5 different weight classes, 5, 18-0, undefeated, all unanimous decisions. And then we have to remember that some of my career, I was doing MMA too. So this whole thing with MVP, they came out the gate trying to antagonize me, trying to erase me, trying to assassinate my character. And this has been going on for a very long time. It didn't just start with this. So now that I'm looking at statements and I'm seeing people lie, it's okay because I'm not going to handle it with the law. I'm going to handle it with the court. Y'all going to get sued for defamation of character. All of y'all up over there. So y'all need to get y'all checkbooks ready. Now that we're talking about that, because I have to go to my notes. I want to make sure that I hit this stuff. Not Nikisa lying, saying that I celebrated Shadaysha Green having a brain bleed. For all y'all who are boxing fans, what have they been promoting for the past year and a half? they've been promoting that Shadaysha Green can beat me in a fight. Shadaysha Green to knock me out. Shadaysha Green better than me. You got Jake Paul at one of her press conferences saying, yeah, she'll knock her the fuck out. So now that this has happened, first of all, I watched the Shadaysha Green and Lonnie Daniels fight, which, rewind, they have also been saying that all the girls I've been fighting been easy. I've been handpicking them. Like, I got to handpick somebody who I can easily beat. I got to handpick them so I can make myself look good. They've been saying for a year that I'm scared of Shadaysha. She'll beat me in the fight, all this bullcrap. But instead of Shadaysha fighting me after I got done fighting Franchon, she goes and fight Lonnie. Which I was like, why y'all doing that? I let y'all know. Y'all was saying I was scared of Shadaysha and I was ducking her. So now I'm letting y'all know after I get done with this, I want her. Let's go. Let's get it booked. No. They go and fight against Lonnie Daniels. So I'm watching the fight live. I know Lonnie Daniels is heavy-handed. To make this story short, Lonnie Daniels TKO Shadaysha in the 9th round. Okay? I'm watching it live. As I'm watching it live, I'm commentating. I'm making videos. All of a sudden, after she gets beat or whatever, probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes after the fight, they're announcing on TV that she had a brain bleed. So why is Nikisa making it seem like I was celebrating her having a brain bleed if no one knew she had a brain bleed? Come on now. Like, me out of all people, I know how serious boxing is. I've dealt with concussions. I haven't had no brain bleed. Thank God for that. But I've dealt with concussions. I know that we can die in there. But for Nikisa to let the words spill out of his mouth and say that I was celebrating Shadaysha, who he cares about very deeply, losing knowing she had a brain bleed. Nobody knew when we was watching Shadaysha get her whooped that she had a brain bleed. Nobody knew that. So, since we all so smart, let's go on Google and see what do you have to do to see if you have a brain bleed. It's testing involved. You can't look at somebody and say, that's a brain bleed. Absolutely not. So, because I'm about to go to my notes on this because I hate when people lie on my character, bro. So basically, you have to go and get a CAT scan, a CT scan, for them to tell you how big the brain bleed is, how serious it is. She had a brain bleed that was a 9 millimeter, and they didn't have to give her no surgery. She had to stay sedated for, I think they said 24 hours. So anybody who's watching the fight, we don't know that as we're watching the fight live, like many of us do, us streamers, us broadcasters, that during the fight, she has a brain bleed. We just know that she went through medicals, she made it through medicals, she fought, and she lost. So don't make it seem like I was coming at Shadaysha or making fun of her having a brain bleed and possibly could have died. That's not who I am. So for Nikisa to have as many conversations as he's had back and forth with me, and I thought that we were kind of cordial, don't go around lying on my character like that. And this is not the first time y'all have done that. And Alycia put this in her bum statement too, talking about and she celebrated a fighter who had No, I didn't. And guess what? What the hell does that have to do with the situation that happened between you and I? Nothing. Just adding stuff to try and assassinate my character. It has been going on for so long. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous from them. And they continue to do it. Now, like I said, this whole paid hate train, they got everywhere with pictures of me with the word banned on it. I'm not banned from boxing. They banned me from coming to their weekend events that I don't want to go to anyway. They invited me. I was going to go see the great Ronda Rousey. Get up out of here. Get up out of here with that. So I wanted to address that because I'm not finna keep letting them put stuff on my name. I had to send them paperwork for them to stop using Woke. How are y'all going to promote y'all whole promotions off of Claressa Shields, but y'all hate Claressa Shields? How are y'all going to promote y'all whole promotions off of Claressa Shields, but y'all hate Claressa Shields? Yeah, I'm banned from MVP events until further notice, whatever that shit is. Who cares? MVP is nothing but a promotional company. I'm signed to Selena Promotions and Win Records.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I am not signed to MVP. And guess what? There's not one girl on the MVP roster that can beat me in a fight. That's what they're mad about. They pop all that stuff. Shadesha was they only hope that they had. And she got knocked out by a girl in the 9th round. And this is the same girl, Lonnie Daniels, who I beat unanimously with 2 torn shoulders. No, I know y'all saying that it don't have to be explained, but it do. But it do. Because I just can't keep letting people go around lying on me. It's really getting out of hand. And then they've been doing this. Like, Jake is mad that back in the beginning, when I started my MMA career, that I said that I wouldn't fight on the undercard of him. Guess what, Jake? It's been 5 years since I said that, 2021. And the fact still remains. I will never fight on the undercard of a Jake Paul. And I'm still going to get my $8 million deal. I'm still going to sell out 18,000 seat arenas. I don't need MVP. I don't need Jake Paul. I don't need y'all. I don't need y'all. Nobody on y'all stable is making the money that I make. Selling out the arenas that I'm selling out. And then y'all want to keep trying to attack me and bother me. That's crazy. And all this whole thing that I have been professional in boxing 10 years. I turned professional 2016. So yes, 10 years. I have never had no incidents happen between me and no other boxers. So all this whole thing that and there's been plenty of them who done talk stuff to me. From men to other women. This is the only incident that I've had. So to go around and say that I'm not no. I stand up for me. I try to go around respecting everybody, but others just don't have no respect.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.